Welcome back to the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM. Time to get the program underway for the night in the world of Ouyen lawn tennis, and the players are all fired up. It's their last hit out for a number of weeks, and joining me on the line is the president, Paul Dean, to preview tonight's action. Paul, great to be with you for the last time in 2022. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Alice. Yeah, good to be here. How are you going there?
Doing pretty well. Like I said before, there it is, the last time we'll be catching up with you in 2022 here on the Flow Friday Sports Show. So let's get right into it and review the action from last weekend. First up, so we had Kayamel versus Bolka in what was a very close game in the end, Paul, an important one too. Tell us what went down. Yeah,
it was close, and yeah, it was important for us. We're trying to consolidate our spots in the four there, trying to hang on to fourth spot there with Gibson right behind us. And yeah, we fortunately just hung on. We almost snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, but we did hang on there. The ladies section there, Bolka won that by 3 games. The men's section, which is the section that won it for us, the men's section, Kayamel won that by 12 games. So that gave us a nice, handy 12-game lead there going into the mix. And yeah, this is where we almost come apart. The wheels got a bit wobbly in the mix there. Bolka won that by 9 games, which gave Kayamel just a 3-game win there. Final scores there, 9 sets, 84 games for Kayamel, defeating Bolka 9 sets to 81 games there. So yeah, just hung on there. 3-set winners there for Kayamel were Matt Hill and Kyle O'Brien. And for Bolka there, Tamara Thunder and Mackenzie Clark won their 3 sets there for Bolka.
Just before we move on, Paul, harvest. Now, there's been a fair few participants that have been caught up in the harvest period. So are we sort of just getting through the last couple of rounds of 2022 on fumes here, Paul, with the absentees left, right and centre still?
Yeah, pretty much. It'll be the same again tonight. It'll be the same again there. Yeah, we're just getting there. The teams will, look a lot more steadier and reliable after the Christmas break. But yeah, as the case is always this time of year, when harvest is going full bore, it's we are sort of just getting by with our teams.
All right, let's move along. We'll talk about the other game from last weekend, Gibson versus Nunga. So how did this one go, Paul? Because there are a lot of ramifications at play here as well.
Yeah, top team versus bottom team. Nunga being the top team, Gibson being the bottom team. So Nunga outright favourites there. Both teams had a few players out, as is the case there with all the matches there. And but Nunga still showed they've got plenty of depth there. And they won quite easily. Won the ladies section by 17 games. Then they won the men's section by 10 games, so that set them up with a 27-game win going into the mix. And the mix turned out to be a good fight back there for Gibson. They actually tied their 22 games each, so well done to the Gibson team there, and doing that there. Final scores there: Nunga 12 sets, 86 games, defeating Gibson 6 sets, 59 games. 3-set winners there for Nunga were Blake Smith, Darcy Plant, Chelsea Jeffries, Regan Eames, Kylie Leviston there, and for the Gibson team was Gus Lynch won his 3 sets there.
Now, before we take a look at tonight's action, just to bring us up to speed on how that ladder is looking with the 1 round left before the Christmas break.
Yeah, Nunga cruising along nicely. Then we've got Galara in second spot there. And Bolka just a game ahead of Kayamel now after Kayamel got that win there. Kayamel sitting in 4th place there, and Kayamel got a game clear in front of Gibson too, so a little bit of breathing space there. But overall, we've got 4 rounds to play, including tonight's round, so still a bit of time there. And I think the crucial match would well be the first game back after the Christmas break, which will be on January the 28th when Kayamel play Gibson. So that could well be that battle for that 4th spot there.
Well, dare I say, don't bother with the Australian Open. It's all happening in Ouyen. Paul, before we get that far ahead of ourselves, let's just take a look at things as they currently stand. Now, before we preview the action tonight, a bit of a call to arms. Anyone that's left behind any personal property, they better make sure they collect it before tonight's action gets underway.
Yeah, plenty of stuff gets left at the clubhouse. some people just leave their rackets there because you only play tennis there, so they just leave the rackets there and whatever, and a few other things get left behind there, drink bottles, hats, shirts, whatever. If anyone can take that home with them tonight before they leave, so otherwise they may not get access to them until after the Christmas break.
Yeah, and you certainly want to keep sharp over the Christmas holidays and hit the courts, that's for sure. With that being said and done, Paul, let's take a look at the games that are coming up tonight, and it's all happening really. So we've got Nunga taking on Kyamal. Kyamal going to have their work cut out for them. So how are you feeling about this one, Paul?
Yeah, optimistic. We have got a couple of players out tonight, and I believe Nunga have too. So hopefully that evens things up a little bit. If we can get that win there, we'll be definitely really eyeing off that third spot and getting away from the fourth spot and looking pretty safe in the four there. However, Nunga, they've got plenty of depth there, and that'll test us out there. We'll have to definitely play our A game to cause an upset there.
Now, Galar versus Bolka. Bolka with the opportunity to make up some ground here, Paul, and it would be a win that would come at the best of times going into the break. So can the underdogs string a victory here?
Yeah, well, if they can, that'll get them safely in the third spot if Bolka can win that game there. So, Galar sitting in second spot would be the favourites. You'd have to say. You never know. We'll see what happens. And, this could well be a preview of the semi-final, which is, much later on. But, second and third play each other in the semi-final. So, we'll see what happens here.
Nunga, the duty team this evening. Paul, how's it all looking after the conclusion of the games tonight? What are we doing for dinner? And how does the breakup look? And how's 2023 or the early parts of it going to look with action set to resume in January?
Yeah, tonight's dinner. Nunga have got a barbecue happening, so that'll be on the menu tonight to finish this pre-Christmas little hit up off for the tennis there. Next year, the 2023 season there, or second half of our season, we've got 3 rounds of home and away to be played. We'll be back on the 27th of January for round 11. Then we'll have a bit of a break for a couple of weeks on the Friday night comp. For 2 weeks there, we'll play our club championships. That'll go over 2 weeks. And last year was the first time we did it on a Friday night, and it went really well. We had something like 50-odd players put their hand up to play in it. It's basically the singles comp. We have men's and ladies open section, and then we have 18 and under and 14 and under. And, that'll go over 2 weeks. And look forward to seeing how that pans out. Then we'll come back from that for the final 2 home and away round 12 and 13 of the Friday night comp. Then we'll have a semi-final, and then we'll have a week off for our big weekend of the year, which is the Labor Day tournament. The second weekend in March, 10th, 11th, 12th of March, which is the Labor Day weekend here in Victoria. And once that's done, the final week of our tennis will be the grand final on the 17th of March. So, that's pretty much it.
There we go. Big calendar. Still plenty more to come this season. Paul Dean, have a fantastic Christmas. Really have enjoyed getting all the reports off you throughout the summer here the start of the summer here in the back end of 2022. Really hope you have a fantastic break. You've certainly earned it. Paul Dean, the Ouyen Lawn Tennis Club president. Good to have been with you again this evening. Good luck for tonight. We'll speak next year.
Yeah, thanks, Alice. You have a Merry Christmas, and same to all the listeners out there. Have a Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you then.